Welcome to part 3 of this epic bikepacking adventure through the Welsh Marcher's Way. After leaving Gladestry, I camp in at a farmer's field before I reach Glasbury and Wye for breakfast. I then head into the Brecon Beacons National Park, ascending up to 680 metres with the most amazing views, bypassing the spectacular Gwyn Reservoir. Eventually I reach Abergavenny, where I check out the historic castle. The next day I join the very pretty Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal, which directs me towards Usk and its historic castle, before I finally finish my adventure in Newport. Hello, it's 7:45 on day 3. I'm just in an empty farmer's field at the moment, having looked to see whether I can camp here or not. I'm not sure where the farmer is, that's the problem. The field's empty of animals though, so that's the main thing. And yeah, it seems fairly quiet, so I think I will stay here tonight. I've just eaten some noodles with some chorizo and a few other snacks that I had, so that's filled my belly up, and the sun's out, so you can see the scenery all around me. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Not bad for a farmer's field. I wonder whether the sheep think that. But no, it's really nice here, so I'm going to pitch up soon and then chill out. I actually got here a little bit earlier than the last few nights, so I could have a little bit of time to unwind and rest up a little bit. Tomorrow I've got an absolute massive hill, 680 metres in the Brecon Beacons, so can't wait for that. So, I'm sure the views will be spectacular though, so I'll have to keep thinking of that. Good morning, it's nearly 9 o'clock on day 4 and I'm at Glasbury on Wye, hence the River Wye behind me, quite glorious. I'm just about to head off for some breakfast at the River Calf just around the corner. Hopefully it'll be open by now. I think it's 8:30 opening times, but we'll see. Might have to hang on a while. And then I'm heading off to the Brecon Beacons, where I've got a peak of 680 metres to ascend, around 600 metres of climbing, so that's going to be a right killer. I think it is spread out though over a fair distance, so hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds. But yeah, the view should be amazing when I get there. Looking forward to getting a drone out there. And I've just taken a few nice shots of the River Wye where I'm standing now. Right, I shall see you in the Brecon Beacons. Bye for now. Bye. The River Wye is the fourth longest river in the United Kingdom, stretching approximately 155 miles or 251 kilometres from its source on the Plinlimmon in mid-Wales to the Severn Estuary. For a significant portion of its length, it acts as a natural sweeping border between England and Wales. Renowned for its dramatic limestone gorges, dense woodlands and historic ruins like Tintern Abbey, the lower section of the river forms the heart of the Wye Valley National Landscape. So I've just reached the Brecon Beacons National Park, and as I was saying before, there's a huge climb to a summit of 680 metres starting at 90. So we're at about 290 now, so still plenty to go. And luckily it's not too hot yet. If I can get up there before the midday heat, that would be a huge bonus. I managed to get breakfast in the garden centre at Glasbury in the end. The Riverside Cafe has closed for the summer due to personal reasons, so I had to cycle an extra mile up the road, but it was worth it. So we're heading towards the Brecons now. You can see them, they're not that far away where I'm heading. I'm not sure which one I'm heading up, but it's all the same really. The views will be great though. 680 metres is a decent height, so I'll be using the drone up there, get another 120 feet, so that will take me up to 800 metres. Pretty high. Hello, it's 11 o'clock on day 4. I'm inside the Brecon Beacons National Park. The highest peaks are just behind me there. The one I'm going up is 680 metres. The view should be absolutely amazing when I get there. I shall take the drone up and probably have views of 800 metres high or so. It's very peaceful here, very beautiful, lots of wildlife, wild ponies, cows, sheep, you name it. Okay, I'm on a little bit of flat, but it won't be for long before I'm going up again, so I shall leave you there with the nice views. Bye for now. The Brecon Beacons National Park is a stunning 520 square mile protected area spanning South and Mid Wales. It is famous for its wild sweeping moorlands, dramatic flat-topped mountain peaks, hidden waterfalls and ancient castles. Officially renamed in 2023 to honour its native Welsh heritage, the park is a major hub for hiking, outdoor adventure and cultural events. Hi. Hi. Hello, it's 2:45 on day 4 and I'm at Gwyn for Reservoir, if I've said that correctly. I did get up to the 680 metre point, but there wasn't an actual summit as such. So I've just continued along the trail. I'm slowly descending, and believe it or not, this is still at 549 metres. It's deceptive, the water being this high. So I managed to find some water in the stream because I was getting a bit parched, but I've still got a long way to go to get out of the Brecon Beacons, so it's going to be a very slow day today, and thoughts of getting to Abergavenny by the end of the day are disappearing quickly. So that would have been nice. In terms of mileage, I would have easily made it to Abergavenny, except for the Brecon Beacons in the middle. They've slowed me right down. It's been off-road nearly all the way, no roads, and lots of hiker bike, and I've still got another big climb to come, I think, inside the Brecons, so it's going to be slow going. Anyway, I'm going to have a snack now and I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now.
The Gwyn Reservoir is a historic decommissioned reservoir located at 1,725 feet above sea level in the Black Mountains of the Brecon Beacons. Completed in 1928 after construction began in 1912, it originally used gravity to supply water to the rapidly growing industrial areas of Monmouthshire.
Just heading for Abergavenny Castle.
Abergavenny Castle is a ruined medieval fortress located in the market town of Abergavenny, Monmouthshire, Wales. Established around 1087 by the Norman lord Hamelin de Ballon, it was built to guard the River Usk against Welsh incursions. The site is famously known for a brutal event in 1175 when a Norman Lord William de Braose invited local Welsh noblemen to a Christmas feast under the guise of reconciliation, only to have them massacred in the Great Hall. This historical betrayal is widely cited as an inspiration for the famous Red Wedding scene of the Game of Thrones. After the famous Christmas massacre of 1175, the Welsh struck back. In 1182, relatives of the murdered noblemen stormed and burned the castle in retribution. Starting around 1190, the fortress was extensively rebuilt using local red sandstone, introducing 5 defensive towers along the curtain wall. In the late 13th to 14th centuries, the Hastings family added impressive residential apartments, including a circular and a polygonal tower. The Glyndwr rebellion, Owen Glyndwr's forces sacked and burned the surrounding town in 1404. In response to the uprising, the defensive Barbican gatehouse was constructed. Owain Glyndwr's forces sacked and burned the surrounding town in 1404. In response to the uprising, the defensive Barbican gatehouse was constructed. During the English Civil War, the castle served as a royalist stronghold for King Charles I. As the parliamentarian forces closed in during 1645, the king ordered the living quarters destroyed to mark the site unusable for his enemies. In 1647, formal orders were issued to slight, dismantle the castle completely, leaving it in ruins. In 1818, the Marquess of Abergavenny built a Regency-style hunting lodge directly on top of the original medieval moat. The local government opened the grounds as a public park in 1881.
It's about 7 p.m. on day 4 and it's been quite eventful. The Brecon Beacons nearly broke me, to be honest, but somehow I made it to Abergavenny, filmed the castle and had a Chinese takeaway. However, I got symptoms of heat stroke, and when I was trying to land my drone I started getting dizzy, my head was spinning, and I knew it was heat stroke. I felt really sort of overheated and all the usual things. So I sat down on the floor. I even went so far as knocking on somebody's door, but they didn't answer. I was going to ask for help, but I was starving, so somehow I made it to the takeaway, had something to eat, replaced some electrolytes that my body probably badly needed, and it's cooled down now and I feel reasonably okay. I'm not going to push it too far. However, I found myself on a canal, Newport bound or Usk bound, and there's nowhere to really pitch a tent on a canal, so I'm a little bit stuck at the moment because I would stop at the first available place. So I'll let you know how I get on, and if not, I will speak to you in the morning. Okay, bye for now. Hello, good morning. It's very early on day 5. It's 5 in the morning. I decided to get up early because I've got a train to catch from Newport. I've committed to a 1:45 departure for Shrewsbury to get back to the car. So this is my camp spot, which I eventually found last night. I came off the canal when there was an opportunity, and luckily there was a couple of farmer fields nearby. So I quickly set up, and here I was. I did get into a bit of trouble and strife yesterday with heat stroke, so yeah, I need to learn from that really. It's good to go on these trips when it's nice weather, but 5 days of constant sun blasting me in the face obviously took its toll. I've hydrated and eaten since, and hopefully I'm okay now. It's a cloudy day today, which is a blessing in one way, so the rains might come at lunchtime, so I'm hoping to get to Newport for lunch, and or a little bit earlier if possible, but and give myself a little bit of time to look at the castle, maybe have some lunch before I catch the train. So yeah, this is my camp spot, and it's just a farmer's field. I'll just spin you around so you can see. Luckily I'm on a canal towpath at the moment, so that means it's going to be easy going this morning, completely flat for most of the time. I think there are a couple of hills, but nothing like yesterday. Yesterday was by far the hardest day, going through the Brecon Beacons. That was absolutely brutal, especially when it was quite hot at the same time. Too many ultraviolets. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in Usk, where there's another castle, and see you then. Bye for now. Bye.
The Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal, affectionately known as the Mon and Brec, is a 35-mile navigable waterway winding through the picturesque Usk Valley in South Wales. It is widely celebrated as one of the most scenic and beautiful canals in Britain. The canal hugs the mountainside high above the Usk Valley, with the vast majority of its path safely tucked inside the Brecon Beacons National Park. The waterway is completely isolated from the main UK canal network, making it uniquely quiet and peaceful.
Good morning. So it's 6:15 on day 5. I'm back on the canal, heading towards Usk. The canal itself is absolutely gorgeous, really nice, really enjoying it, and it's nice to have some flat for a change after the Brecon Beacons yesterday. that cream crackered me for sure. So yeah, I've got the canal to myself at this time in the morning. I should be in Usk in no time at all if it continues like this. I think I've got the canal most of the way, but not all of the way, to Usk, and then I'll check out the historic castle, take the drone up there. I might be too early for breakfast, but if I can grab breakfast there I will, and then I shall start heading for Newport. I have a train at 1:45 today, so I'm on a bit of a timeline, so I might not be able to hang around too much. But it's been a really excellent trip all in all though. If you were to do this trip, you need a very good level of fitness, especially for the Brecon Beacons section. I can't emphasise that enough, that was very tough. It'll probably take you twice as long as you think it will. And a mountain bike for sections like the Brecon Beacons is an absolute must. I wouldn't like to be on a gravel bike on some of those rocky descents. You could do it theoretically, but it'd be very uncomfortable. So yeah, you can see the canal, how nice it is. Absolutely gorgeous. But yes, would I recommend this Welsh Marchers Way? Yes, 100%. Just like the Marchers Castle Way as well. They're both excellent in their own ways. There is a little bit of overlap between the two routes in the Shropshire Hills. That's not a bad thing because they're gorgeous each time. So anyway, that's enough from me. I will see you in Usk. Bye for now.
Usk Castle is a Grade 1 listed, partially ruined Norman fortress located in the town of Usk, Monmouthshire, South Wales. Originally established around 1120 as a timber moat and bailey structure, it evolved over 4 centuries into an imposing stone stronghold. It played a central role in the turbulent border warfare of the Welsh Marches and is famously known as the site of a brutal aftermath to the Battle of Usk in 1405. The first defensive fortification on the hill was raised around 1120, likely ordered by the de Clare family. Its vulnerable position in the borderlands meant it frequently changed hands. Historical records show it was captured by the Welsh in 1138, 1174 and 1184. Richard Strongbow de Clare, the second Earl of Pembroke, initiated the castle's first significant stonework in the late 1170s, which included transforming the primary gatehouse into the Great Keep. The Priory Church of St Mary in Usk, Monmouthshire is a Grade 1 listed parish church that originally served as a 12th century Benedictine nunnery. Founded around 1160 by the Norman Lord Richard de Clare, nicknamed Strongbow, it was one of only 3 monastic houses for women in medieval Wales. Today it remains an active place of Anglican worship within the church in Wales. Medieval Benedictine nuns shared the building with local townspeople. The nuns used the main nave, while the locals built a north aisle separated by a wooden screen. The forces of Owain Glyder burned the town of Usk in the early 1400s, heavily damaging the church. It was subsequently rebuilt with large perpendicular style windows and grand porches. When Henry VIII dissolved the priory in 1536, the monastic cloisters, chancel and transepts were demolished. The remaining nave and north aisle survived by transition into the town's official parish church. Newport Castle can refer to two distinct medieval fortifications in Wales, though the most prominent is the 14th century riverside ruin located right in the heart of the city of Newport, South Wales. Managing the crossing of the River Usk, its surviving eastern facade is famously sandwiched between a railway line and a busy road interchange.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock on day 5. I'm in the middle of Newport on the bridge overlooking the River Usk. So this is the end of the journey for me. I'm going to catch the train back to Shrewsbury at 1:45, so I've got a little wait. I'm going to try and find some breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it, and I'll be on my way. So absolutely epic adventure. Would recommend it to anybody, so long as you've got really good fitness and a mountain bike. If you haven't, then I would think twice about it, but apart from that, it's absolutely epic. Lots of historical sites, lots of amazing scenery, great views, and yeah, absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.